Hi everyone, it's Julia from Crosspatch. Sorry I've been off for quite a while, been busy doing create and craft and packing kits and all that jazz. Today, as it's chucking it down with rain and it's cold and it's windy and it's horrible, I thought we'd start talking about Christmas because it's going to be here soon, folks. I've been busy beavering away making the good old Christmas trees. So today we're going to talk about the folded Christmas trees. So here's number one example, a nice red one, red and gold one. Here's a nice green one. Here's the baby one, baby Christmas tree. I finished doing that this morning. It's a cutie. Now here's my subtle as I call him. Is the French General one, so red and grey French General, which is more me. I'm not really a blingy Christmas person. And the other one I did this last year. This is a fall or autumn one, so it's done sort of a nice beigey brown colours with busy bee buttons instead of snowflake buttons. So they're not only for Christmas, as the pattern says, a tree is for life, not just for Christmas. So let's put these to one side. So if you've got a long quarter of fabric, so get two long quarters, two contrasting fabrics, and out of a long quarter you'll get a 6-inch block Christmas tree and a 4-inch one. So baby one and mummy one. When you get your fabric, so you've got two long quarters, so I'm talking about English long quarters, so 10-inch strips rather than a long quarter yard or 25 centimeters. So if you cut a 4-inch piece off for the baby tree, and then you're left with your 6-inch piece. Now I do make triangle templates, nesting triangle templates, or should I say Handy Andy makes them for me. And in the nesting templates, you'll get a 6-inch, a 4-inch, and then a baby one. So these will make different style Christmas trees, and I'll do them in a separate tutorial. And today we can just use these two. So if you've got my templates, it makes it really easy to cut out, because all you need to do is place it on the fabric and go along the fabric. So put it one way, then flip it round and cut it the other way. And you need 10 pairs of fabric. So when you're cutting, start at the selvage end and keep going till you've got 10 lots. So each cut will render you with 2, because you've got the fabric still folded in half. So you go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Be frugal with your fabric, because the bit you've got left over at the end, that bit will make your little tree trunk and your little bucket or whatever it is on the bottom. Okay, now with the smaller one, the 4-inch one, you're not going to use so much fabric, so you're going to have quite a lot more left over, because again you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you're going to have about this much left over on the end, so you'll have plenty left over with that. Now if you haven't got the templates, you need to cut 60-degree triangles. So most mats and most rulers will have degrees marked on them. So the 60-degree line on this ruler is here. So I'll move the 6-inch one out of the way a minute and just do it on this little bit so you can see it. If you line the 60-inch degree up on your fabric, it will give you, hang on, it will give you the cut. So there's my 60-degree line there. If I move that, make sure your fabric's on a straight line and line that up right in the bottom corner there, so you're not wasting any fabric, and then cut across, and then just turn it over so it's the other way around. Hang on. Try and make it the other way around on here. So turn it the other way around. Put your ruler at the top where the point's going to be. Line your 60-degree line there against a flat line on your board, and then just shuffle it along until you're level with a point at the top of your fabric and then cut across, and you'll be left with your 60-degree triangles. So we've got 2 lots here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you want a red one with a cream one in each set. So when you've cut them all, just put a red and a cream one, or a green and a cream one, or whatever colours you happen to be doing, right sides together. Okay. Once you've done that, let's move these out of the way and find the ones that I've done earlier. Let's grab them out. So here we are, I've done a green one and then a spotty contrast. Sew them all round, 1/4 inch seam all the way round, and then leave a gap for turning in the end there, so you can then turn it right sides out. So when you turn it right sides out, you'll end up with a triangle like that. Now to make the shape, get a needle and some strongish cotton thread and just loop it in one end of your triangle. Then go across to another corner, and then go across to another corner. Now when you're making them, make sure you make them all the same. So decide if you want the green on the outside or the spotty one on the outside. Hang on, that's come off. What have we done here? Right, okay. So I've looped each end and just pull them together into the middle and then flatten them down. So you've got 3 equal triangles. Let's just pull my thread tight, like so. If I just put a stitch through the middle, then I can show you what it should look like. Okay, so then turn it the other way round and just do a few stitches just to hold them in place. So I would go through each point a couple of times just to hold them in place, to make them more secure, because otherwise they're going to come unstitched if you only put a couple of stitches in. But just for demonstration purposes, I've just put a couple in. Right, so now you've got a hexagon shape on the back. So what you want to do is find the bits, not the folded edges. You want these, the middle of each of these sides. Okay, and then you're going to put the needle through the middle of that, and then you're going to pull that into the middle, so it will look like that. And do that with all 3 sides. Now the bit that where you turned it inside out, you can slip that shut, but I never bother, to be honest. It really doesn't matter. So pull those 3 together. And now, hang on. And then go through the middle again a few times. So I'll just do that once just to show you. And you're going to end up with that shape. Okay, so here's one I made earlier. You'll end up with that shape. So sometimes you have to fiddle them with a bit just to get your pointy bits. So if you get a pair of scissors or a pokey stick and just stick them in the end and just pull them like that, and it will neaten off each point. Keep going around until they're all nice and neat, and you'll end up with that. Oopsie. So there's the back and there's the front. Okay, so to join them together, let's grab the one I just made. I think the needle's come out of it, so I might have to thread it. Oh no, saved by the belt, done. So let's just fasten this off, and I'll just show you where we how we stitch them together. This might come undone a bit because I just stitched it a bit too quickly. So I'll do that. Right, so when you join them together, all you need to do is join them across the ends on these bits. So I put those right sides together and I'll slip stitch these bits, and then they'll open out to look like that. Let's put it on the table like that. So let me grab one that I've done. I'll show it up close to the camera. So they're just attached just on these edges here. So I've sewn that bit together, that bit together, that bit together. So you start with 1 at the top, and then there's 2 underneath, then 3, then 4. So that'd be 10. So if you look on the back, you can see the stitching where I've stitched them together. When you've finished, you can just make a trunk, just use some of your leftovers, just make a scrap like a couple of inches long by 1 inch wide and fold it over a couple of times. And then on the bottom, on your little basket on the bottom, I just put a bit of toy stuffing in that. They look nice if you put another button on the bottom as well. On these ones I've put snowflakes on the middle of each triangle. And then on the, as I said before, on the Busy Bee one, we've got little bees on them. So that's my my autumn / Halloweeny one. That can go on the door soon. And that's how you make them. I'll be doing them on Create and Craft on the 22nd, 23rd of October. The patterns for them are on the website anyway. And the triangle templates, I'll do another YouTube tutorial, and then we'll show you how to make, this is the other variety of tree you can make. As you can see, I've made quite a lot of these. So these are really simple trees, they're just triangles sewn together, but that's what I use the little template for. So there's the real Christmassy one. Some of these have got lavender in, they smell really nice. Here's a French General one. What's that? That's another Christmassy one with Lynette Anderson fabrics. That was an autumny one with Lynette Anderson fabrics, and I put a little owl on him. A blue one with sewing theme things on. So again, you can do with the folded trees, you could make a sewing themed one, use some sewing themed fabric. But as I say, I'll do demos for this when I demo the rest of the triangle templates, because there's lots of other things you can make with the triangle templates, and they come with all sorts of different patterns for table runners and needle books, etc. Thank you for watching. If you like my randomness, please subscribe, or you can see me on Instagram on @JuliaCrossPatch, and the website is cross-patch.co.uk. Thank you for watching. Hope the weather's better with you than it is here. I'll try and do another one next week on the other triangles. Okay, thanks a lot, bye. Watch my thing doesn't work. The button says no every time. See you soon, bye.